Normally on the YouTube, people provide answers, something they have found they will try to share. In this case, this particular episode, I actually have a question and I am trying to find answer to this. I have some thoughts. I will share it with you. One question that has bothered me for quite some time is people who follow raw food diet, they make several kind of recipes which are based on raw food. When I say they, it actually includes me as well. We make recipes based out of raw food, which are not heated, and the opinion is that this is a healthy thing to do and therefore we do it. The question that I have is this the same thing as having a natural food as is provided in the nature directly? I have tried to research quite a bit on the internet, including Google and YouTube. I tried to see if there were any thoughts from others on the comparison of recipe based raw food diet versus eating the whole food as it is, as is directly available without making any recipe. In fact, the search became even more complicated because whenever I would try whole food, it refers to whole food being cooked, with the grain being there, with the peel being there, not polished grains, and so on and so forth, but not really referring to, I want to eat a fruit versus, a recipe based out of fruit, both being raw in any case. I have not found any material and I thought I will share this and ask you if you have any thoughts on this. Maybe you can let me know and put some light on this. So in this video, what we will discuss is how exactly the raw food diet concept has come into play, what is the genesis for this, how its application has been diluted over a period of time, the inadvertent risks that we may be having by this dilution that has happened, and some of the challenges that newcomers or beginners will have entering into raw food, the question of convenience versus enjoyment in following this raw food diet, my final thoughts, and what I follow currently is what I intend to share in this video. So keep watching till the end. The genesis to raw food diet concept is that food is made available by nature directly. Other than human beings, no other creature processes the food either by way of heating or by any other method. They just consume it as it is available. That is for one. And the second major factor behind this new raw food diet is whenever you heat something, we lose certain nutrients by the way of this heat. Either there is a chemical reaction, chemical changes that are happening in the food, or by way of evaporation, some nutrients go away from the food and therefore we will be missing. That is exactly the genesis of the raw food diet, if you have already observed it. Foods are processed in blenders, very often in high speed blenders. Food is dehydrated and there's a food combination as well. Does it matter? What happens when you process the food in the blender? There is air which is circulating during the high speed blending. There is a certain amount of heat that is generated at the cell level, at the micro level of the food. Does this affect the nutrient level of the food itself? Then there are several people who dehydrate the foods. The idea is that when you dehydrate the food, you are not taking away any nutrients, you are just taking away the excess water. When you dehydrate a seed under the sun, it can germinate again. It is actually gaining energy through the sun and it can germinate again. When you dehydrate a seed and then sow it, I don't know whether it germinates or not. Maybe it does, I don't know. All that I am trying to ask is, dehydrating naturally under the sun, under natural circumstances, is it exactly the same as dehydrating in a dehydrator, even though it is at a low temperature? By providing lots of air, do we actually retain all the nutrients that are available? If a banana is having certain amount of nutrient, when I dehydrate it completely, do I retain 100% of those nutrients? I do not know. Then there is a bigger problem of food combination. For example, most of the vegetables are alkaline in nature and most of the fruits are acidic in nature. There is a school of thought which says you should never combine foods of acidic and alkaline together, because then there is a reaction between the acidic item and the alkaline item. I have my personal views which are against that we will address it later. The question becomes bigger because some fruits which you think is a fruit is actually a vegetable. For example, apple is a vegetable, it's not a fruit. Vice versa, some vegetables you think is a vegetable is actually a fruit. For example, tomatoes. We combine fruits and fats. For example, dry fruits, nuts. One is a food ingredient that digests very slowly, gives a hell lot of energy, and another is an ingredient which digests very quickly and releases energy very quickly, has a lot of water content. When you combine both of them, I don't know whether it is okay or not. My simple question is, when an animal is eating something, it eats only that item. It does not combine with something else. We are human beings, very creative in nature. We try to combine several things and make some recipes out of it. I do not know whether this is a good idea or not. In fact, there are some people who rightfully follow what is called as a monomeal. When you call it as a monomeal, the person is taking only one kind of food during that particular meal. At a different point of time, he may have a different one. For example, when I am eating bananas, I am eating only bananas. I am not combining with spinach and then dates and then making a green smoothie out of it. That's a monomeal. That's a good concept which follows the nature. One other thing that happens to newcomers or beginners into raw food diet is that many of them may not have any cooking skills. They may not know the science of cooking. I heard somewhere and I liked that quote quite a bit. Cooking is both an art and a science. So when we say this, some things can be done, some things cannot be done. That is pure science. For example, if you mix water and oil, they don't mix very well. However amount of mixing you may do, that is pure science. Art is, you give two people exactly the same ingredients, give them the exact same recipe of how to make that item. Both these people make the dish and you will notice that when you taste it, they will not be exactly the same. That's because of the art involved, which varies from individual to individual. It is difficult to define, but it is there. The newcomers, beginners may not know the science behind cooking. They may not know the importance of ingredients. What exactly is a fat? What exactly is a mineral? Can I combine acidic items and alkaline items or not? Can I combine tomato with apple or not? What happens when I blend cashew with tomatoes and put some coconut oil? They may not know. And more than this, the bigger question that I feel is, many newcomers have this constant trouble of what to eat, the dilemma of what to eat tonight, what to eat now, I am hungry, I want to eat something raw food, what do I eat now? The concept of recipes makes this more complicated for the newcomers or beginners. Other aspect which comes up is convenience versus enjoyment. When you buy a food produced directly, for example, buy a coconut, all I do is buy a fresh item, clean it, wash it as necessary, and then eat it directly. What I would call this as a natural food. If I call it as a whole food, then the definition changes. If I make a recipe based on dates and then cocoa and then almond, desiccated coconut and whatnot, now this is something fun to eat. It's delicious. It gives me a different taste than just eating the fruits and nuts. It's interesting by color, texture, everything. Is this easy to make? No, it's not as easy as eating the fresh food directly. What is the right way of eating? Should we look at enjoyment, or should we look at convenience, or should we look at what is good for the body? My feeling is the best food is that food which is provided by Mother Nature directly. No other creature other than human being makes recipes, whether it is based on raw food or not. What I follow now, until I can understand these things better, 80% of what I eat is mostly natural food as it is directly available. I might eat a papaya without much processing. I just peel it, cut it into pieces and then eat it. I eat bananas quite a bit just like that. I eat almonds just like that. I eat a lot of cashew just like that. I eat a lot of items just like that. That's about 80% of what I eat. But the other 20% of the raw food that I eat consists of recipes, like the ones I showed you, the energy balls or the green smoothies or some vegetable juices or some ice creams and so on and so forth. And I make some salads. When I'm making a salad, it might look like it is all natural, but then if I am cutting up some raw mango, if I am eating with peanuts and some coconuts and some sprouts, all of them are together going into my body. I do not know if it is a good thing or not, but this is what I follow now. What are your views on this? Do you think eating a natural food as it is more beneficial, or that is the way it should be eaten, or it doesn't matter? Let me know your views between making a recipe and eating it versus eating the coconut or a raw food item, natural food, directly. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching the video so far. I hope it made some sense to you. If it did, please click on that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day or evening, whatever is left for you. Bye bye.